Hello, Marcus Lim here, and I'm very happy today to receive this package of Absolute Superman for All Seasons. Now, it just came in the mail, shipped from Amazon. Superman for All Seasons. There you go. Let me pick it out. Superman for All Seasons. And this is an absolute edition of one of my very favorite Superman stories of all time. Superman for All Seasons. You can see on the slipcase. Got all Superman flying through all seasons. Spring, summer, fall or autumn, and then winter. Okay? So actually before I get into unboxing this, let me show you the 4 issues. The original 4 issues that were published back in 1998. So that's issue 1, book 1, spring, and then book 2, summer, and then book 3, fall or autumn, and then book 4, winter. Okay, so all 4 books, 1 for each season. Now this also collects some stories as well from Superman, Batman number 26, which I'll show you later. And also the Superman number 226 back in 2006 actually. Previously they were also collected in like a deluxe edition. This one is like 2016 version. I think there was a more recent one, like 2023 I think. But I don't think it's got a lot of like special features, right? This one only has all the stories, but no special features. Which brings me to the Absolute, right? The Absolute definitely does have some special features in addition to all the stories that it collects, right? So Absolute Superman for All Seasons. And one of the reasons why I say it's one of my favorites is because it really gets to the core of who Superman is, what makes him tick. It's a very simple story, okay? But I think it is because of the simplicity of the storytelling that makes it such a good story, such a powerful story, especially if, say, you're a beginner, like someone who's just getting into comics and wants to know, like, check out like a good Superman story. This definitely is one that you should definitely start with. Now here is a leaflet that comes with it, right? Before the legend, before the icon, before the man of tomorrow, there was Clark Kent. And so that's really what this is. This is a story about Superman, but primarily it's about Clark and how he grew up to become the Superman, the world famous Superman that everybody knows about. So in that sense, it's a lot like Smallville, right? The TV series Smallville, which is primarily about Clark. Okay, so taking it out, I have to say that it's really good. Like this feels like it's a like cloth sort of feel, right? A bit like the Absolute Swamp Thing, the Alan Moore's Absolute Swamp Thing, which also had that similar feel. Right, this also feels very good as well. Right, gives that feel of an old sort of book, like an old photo album, right? I think that's what it's trying to be. But yeah, it looks very good, doesn't it? Really great pencils and coloring. Team Cell and Biani Hansen, right? Really great job there. So here's the back of it. Again, right, like an old photograph. Superman for All Seasons. Alright, so let's get into it. So let's see what we've got. So Superman for All Seasons, that's Jonathan and Martha Kent. We've got again this whole photo album feel to it. We've got Jeph, Loeb, Team Cell, Biani Hansen, coloring, Richard Starkings, letterer. Alright, so let's have a look. Team Cell, there's a tribute to Team Cell. Unfortunately, Team Cell passed away in 2022. So these are some of the tributes to Tim. Contents, we've got an introduction followed by the 4 chapters, the 4 issues, spring, summer, fall, winter, and then a story from Secret Files, another one from solo number 1, Prom Night, another one from Superman 226, and then Sam's story, and then we've got all the extras at the end. Alright, so let's have a look. So introduction by Jeph Loeb, December 2022. This may have been printed in the more recent deluxe edition, possibly. Alright, so but we start with spring. Alright, spring. So there you go, spring. You can tell the difference, right, between the absolute and the size of the absolute and the size of this standard regular original issue. Really brings the artwork to life. And look at the artwork, isn't it gorgeous? Right, so the idea is each issue is a different season. This is spring, and each issue is also narrated by a different character. In this case, spring is narrated by Jonathan Kent, so Superman's adopted father. Okay, I guess it's appropriate given that he raised him, like from the time he found him as a baby, raised him up, right? And there's Lana, right? But yeah, I just want to also mention the gorgeous coloring, right? Just really brings out the warmth of the feel of Kansas, right? Biani Hansen did an absolute amazing job. I think he was definitely inspired by Norman Rockwell, and like the contrast between this double page spread of the farm and then jumping into the city. What an absolute contrast. Right, so there you go. There's a classic line there. My mom made it for me, costume. And then we get to summer. Okay, summer. Again, this is over here, summer. Okay, book 2. And summer is narrated by Lois Lane. And when I was talking about the simplicity of the storytelling, how it gets to the core of Superman in just a few panels, right? For instance, right here, it says he can do anything he wants to. And what does he do? What he decides to do? Be a hero? Why? No. And in a world where nobody sticks up for anyone, right? Here's this man who sticks out his neck for everybody. And that pretty much gets to the heart of who Superman is, right? What makes him super is not so much his powers, which, I mean, obviously, yes, he does have superpowers, but it's what he chooses to do with his powers, right? It is more about his selflessness, and that's what Jeph Loeb has managed to convey in just a few pages, right? A few panels, which is really, really amazing. Okay, anyway, we get to 4. This one now, it takes a bit of a turn, because this one is narrated by Lex Luthor himself, who is obviously not too happy with Superman coming into the city, which he thinks, is really possessive of Metropolis. So in comes this alien, and so he's trying to, not too happy, he's trying to discredit Superman by making the world think that he is not the hero that they think he is, right? So there's this tragedy that happens, and Clark comes back to Smallville for comfort, a bit of solace, okay? And that's where we get to winter. Winter with this one narrated by Lana Lang, Clark's high school sweetheart from Smallville, and they, it's cool to see them reconnect and they have a heart-to-heart. But she encourages him to keep going, to fight the good fight, because he is Superman after all. That's what he does. So yes, I mean, this is not your action-packed Superman story, right? He doesn't go around fighting bad guys all the time, but rather this is a simple story about pretty much how a farm boy like Clark grew up to become the Man of Steel. Because if you understand Clark, then you understand what makes Superman tick. And that's really what Superman for All Seasons is all about. Folks call me Superman. Alright, that's it for the 4 issues, but then we get to some of the other stories when Clark met Bruce, narrated by both Clark and Bruce Wayne, Batman. Oh, just 2 pages, really. Like a very short one from, I think, Secret Files, number 1. And then here we have another story. This one is narrated by Martha. This one is actually from Solo number 1. It's like the prom night. Clark and Lana, and along the way, Clark goes and saves somebody as well, which is what he does. Oh, this is an interesting one. This one I actually do have. Let me just show it to you. It's from back in 2006. In Infinite Crisis at the time, like they had this origin of the Earth 2 Superman, and we get, you see, like this one, kind of like drawn by Team Cell, right? So it's being reprinted here in absolute size, which is cool. There you go. And also this one, which I also have. This one is also from Sam's story. It's also it's from Superman Batman number 26. Sam's story is right at the back here. Sam's story. Now this is kind of touching because Sam is actually Jeph Loeb's son, who Jeph Loeb's son, Sam Loeb, who tragically, sadly passed away when he was only like 17, I think. So this is a tribute to Jeff's real-life son, Sam's story. But then, okay, so we come to the extras now. Superman, Home of Superman, for all postcard produced to promote the series, house ad for the collected edition, probably 2014. This may be the collected edition that I have. This one, yeah, right. And then here, looks a lot like the cover, doesn't it? Oh no, not really. That's a different one. This is 1998, cover to Wizard magazine 1985. An interview with Team Sale about Superman in 2004. Following page reprint, final script for the Superman for All Seasons number 1, spring. Alright, so this is the full script for the first issue. Very cool, right? And these extras are not in any, as far as I know, not in any of the previous collected editions. Yeah, so that's a very nice bonus. And some ink pages by Team Cell for the 4 issues. Not all the pages, but quite a few actually. Quite a few pages from like issues 1 all the way to issue 4. So I just quickly flip through them. Right? Okay. Still issue 3. Yeah, that's issue 4. Issue 4. And what's this one? Okay, still some ink pages. This is like found, at the back of these issues. They have these sort of like back artwork, like that one. Yeah. Blue line coloring technique. Yes, one of the highlights of this series is the coloring by Bjarne Hansen. So he said this is a hand-colored technique known as blue line coloring, which it really suits this story very, very well. Like as I mentioned, layouts from Superman All Season number 1 and number 4. So layouts. And this is from the Prom Night short story, the script, and also the finished pages. What else? Superman Origin, Earth 2. Oh yeah, the 226. Yeah, the one that I showed you before. Which is, yeah, this one. Yep, this one. Okay. So this is quick for that. Very cool, very cool. So lots of extras. And then finally Sam's story, right? Sam's story, which again I was showing you already. Yeah, Sam's story. Yeah, all the pages of Sam's story. Case art produced for the hardcover edition of Superman for All Seasons. Interior design page title card produced for the hardcover edition. Alright, lots more stuff there. Very cool print. And this definitely is what we see over here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And that's the completed one. Alright, yeah, very handsome volume. Very pleased with this Absolute edition. Oh, I should mention there is also a ribbon, right? A ribbon like this serves as like a bookmark over there. Yeah, all the Absolute editions have a ribbon. Okay, but yeah, in any case, there you go. Superman, Absolute Superman for All Seasons. As I was saying before, one of my absolute favorite Superman stories of all time, and totally deserves the Absolute treatment. Still one of the best Superman stories of all time, even after all these years. Right? It's been what? Oh, like a quarter of a century now. Yeah, but I think it endures because of the simplicity, the powerful simplicity of its storytelling that gets to the core of who Superman is. So if you have never read or checked this story before, this is a very good way to experience the story. But even if you have, like, I think the extras make it worth double dipping again. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.